Now, the unfortunate part is buyers don't see it the same way. One of the most common that we deal with is when people buy a home and they install a pool. And maybe that pool cost them $80,000. And now when they go to sell that home, they want $80,000 more than the model match that's for sale 3 doors up that doesn't have a pool. At the end of the day, a buyer will see a newly remodeled kitchen and bathrooms and clean and fresh flooring, fresh paint as a value add, but they are not going to be willing to pay the same amount of money that it costs you to have that work done. One thing to remember with pools is, while there's a lot of us that like to own homes with pools, I'm on my second, but my next home probably isn't going to have a pool. Pools are maintenance. They have costs not only in utilities, but also in equipment repair and weekly and monthly maintenance. But also, as your children get older and they move out of the house, us old folk find ourselves not really going in the pool as much as we used to. It's not the same as in our 20s or 30s of hosting the barbecue parties where all the friends came over and everybody's, eating and drinking and jumping in the pool and the kids are swimming and it's fun. Those kind of times change. And you'll actually find that 50% of home buyers, especially in California, actually don't want a pool. Some of them because they have young children, sometimes infants or toddlers, and they find it a hazard. And others are getting closer to my and maybe some of your age where it's just like, I used it twice last summer. Not worth spending the extra money. Now, does a pool add value? Yes, but it limits your buyer pool. Same sort of thing when you add, let's say, something like a Viking stove. Okay, Viking stoves have name brand appeal. They're professional level. And anybody who's owned one will also tell you that for some reason they require more maintenance and repair than, let's say, a GE or an LG stove seems to. And while you might have spent $8,000 on that stove, it's not necessarily $8,000 added to the price of your home.